So we're here in Horton in Ribblesdale, in the heart of the beautiful Yorkshire Dales National Park, ready to start the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge. Can't wait to get started, but this is the third time I've done this particular challenge, and it's about 24.5 miles, about 15 or over 1,500 metres of ascent, covering three of the main hills in the Yorkshire Dales, which is Pen-y-ghent, Whernside and Ingleborough, and the challenge is to do it in under 12 hours. So we've parked up in the National Trust car park next to the Crown pub. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's an absolutely perfect day for walking. A little bit chilly at the moment, but it's going to be a mild day. Barely a chance of rain with hardly any wind, and barring any injuries along the way to myself, Helen or the dogs, I'm looking to do this in about 9 to 9.5 hours. It just depends, because I'll obviously be doing a little bit of filming on the way, and can't wait to get started and see what the crack is and show you, or hopefully inspire you to come on a challenge like this, the Yorkshire Three Peaks. So behind me there is the Pen-y-ghent Cafe, which is about 40-50 metres up from the National Car Park where I've parked. Now, sadly it looks like it's actually closed down when I look through the window there, so I don't know what the crack is. It looks like it might still be a tourist information office, but I'm not sure. All a bit unusual and a bit sad. This is where you'd get a stamp and put in a little box there for the start and the recorded finish of your Three Peaks Challenge. So if something's changed, I'm not aware of it, but yeah, it all seems a bit unusual. So every year, thousands and thousands of people do the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, whether it's individually, just a group of mates, or proper organised events where they're raising money for various charities. Obviously, over time, this has quite a significant impact on the environment and the public footpaths as time goes on. So it takes hard work of various volunteer groups like the Friends of the Yorkshire Three Peaks, who rely on charity donations to maintain paths like this behind me, to do the painstaking, back-breaking work of laying new stones and just generally looking after the environment. So already a quick clothing adjustment. We're 1 mile in. We've had to come up a bit of a steep climb there, so getting a bit hot, took the jacket off. Just saw a little sign there talking about repairing the path. It costs £35 per metre. So traditionally you do the Yorkshire Three Peaks in kind of an anti-clockwise rotation. That's where most people do it. We're going to tackle Pen-y-ghent first. That's the smallest of the three hills. It's 694 metres, and it gets its name, or there's two names, meaning Hill on the Border, which is its old Celtic name, but also Hill of the Winds, which is its Welsh name. I don't know much about Celtic language, but there's a penny pass in Wales, and obviously this is Pen-y-ghent, so there's some similarities there. So behind me there, that's the top of Pen-y-ghent, so last little push. Oh, I tell you what, I haven't done this for a couple of years, so I'm a little bit out of shape, but not far to go to the top of there. So as you can probably see, I'm hanging off the edge of a cliff. I don't know how I got myself into this predicament. It's a sheer drop behind me, just one slip and I'm gone. So there we go, that's the first hill ticked off. Top of Pen-y-ghent, 694 metres. Give or take, it's about 2.5 miles from the start to get here, and it's taken us 2 hours. Bearing in mind, we've probably spent 20 minutes or so faffing and parping with little bits of filming, but you'll get an idea as to how far it is to get up this particular hill, which I've absolutely loved anyway. We've got a bit of a downhill, then across the Dale Plateau, if you like, and then onto the Ribblehead Viaduct and Whernside. Well, I thought it's about time I introduced myself. My name's Eddie. Welcome to this brand new channel, Walking Britain. And as the name suggests, I'm going to be walking around Britain on some of its most famous tracks and trails and paths, whether it's low level, coastal, or up Britain's highest mountains. I'll be there, not just walking and telling you all about it, but camping as well, whether it's leisure camping or wild camping up on the top of the hills, the fells, or the mountains. So along the way I'm going to be talking about the routes that I'm doing, the kit that I take, the clothes I'll be wearing and why, but also be looking at route planning all the facilities, amenities and things that you need to be aware of when doing walks like this, how far they are, for example. I also have 2 dogs with us, so that brings in an extra element of things I need to consider and what to bring. But this isn't my only channel. I actually have I've already got an established channel called Tyneside Life, which I've had for just over a year now. It's not the biggest channel in the world, but I've got 21,000 subscribers now, and it focuses on football and history and culture of Newcastle, the area where I'm from, and the general Tyneside area. So I'm really pleased with that, but I'm kind of missing out on one of the biggest passions of my life, and that's getting out walking, especially with my dogs, especially on fells and on the mountains. So the purpose of this video is to hopefully be an informative one, but entertaining hopefully, and hopefully inspire you to get out and get some exercise. It's really important, especially in the climate that we live now, to look after your physical health, and walking is brilliant for your physical health. Getting the fresh air, getting your lungs pumping, but also your mental health as well. We're going through a mental health epidemic here in the UK, and I love nothing better than just to have that sense of freedom and being lost in the moment and my surroundings. I have done mountain leader courses, I've done winter mountaineering, I've done a little bit of ice climbing. That was a few years ago. I forgot a lot of what I've learned. You know, I can navigate my way around mountains quite comfortably with a map and with digital software. So I know a thing or two about a thing or two, but I'm no expert, and I'm not claiming to be. I'm just hoping through my videos I can bring some information and entertainment to yourself. So we're at Ribblehead. We're about 10 miles in now, and I have to say I'm starting to ache a bit. I've got the wrong trainers on. These are my dog walking trainers, and they're just nipping a little bit at the toes, which I feel it when I'm coming downhill, and my hamstrings are really tight. But we found this van here at Ribblehead, the 4th Peak. It does all sorts of hot and cool drinks and snacks and burgers and sausage sandwiches and stuff, so it's a welcome break. We're just next to the Ribblehead Viaduct, which is, I don't know, 300 or 400 metres over there. The only thing is the lady there is a bit miserable. I don't know if she's having a bad day or something, but she's not a good advert for the van. Anyhow, I'm having a cheeseburger, Helen's having a sausage and egg sandwich, a cup of coffee and stuff, a little bit of a stretch, and we'll be heading back off in about 10 minutes. So behind me here at Ribblehead, that's the Ribblehead Viaduct, and that was built between 1870 and 1874. It's a Grade 2 listed structure. I was reading actually about 100 men died during its construction, and it forms part of the Settle to Carlisle railway route. So it's still used today, and you'll see steam trains coming up and down here all day. Right, we're off again. So we're about just over 5 hours in. We're actually not making very good time, but we're doing a lot of film work, and I've stopped about a half an hour at the van having refreshments there. Anyway, the lady, she loosened up a bit. I just threw some of my Geordie charm on and she opened up. Can't blame the lass. Now, if you're wondering where exactly halfway is, it's right here on the railway line where the bridge crosses, exactly halfway, 12 miles. So that's the top of Whernside now, 736 metres, and I have to be honest, that was a slog. I'm really starting to struggle actually. So just over 14 miles. Took us more or less 7 hours to get to this point. A lot slower than I thought it was going to be. And I think nearly 4 years back in Tyneside, after living in the lakes for 13 or 14 years, has turned me a little bit soft, and I'm a bit overweight. And I need to rectify that, because I'm now, you know, I'm feeling discomfort. But that's good. It's a reminder to yourself and your body that you need to improve your fitness all round. And I'm certainly going to do that when I get back. I'm going to eat a better diet. Because on the 30th of September I'm heading up to Scotland to do the West Highland Way. Right, it's about 5:45. We're about 9.25 hours in. We're just at the base of Ingleborough. That beast behind us, which is about a 50-degree angle, about 200 metres of ascent, is the hardest part of the walk. And for me and Helen, you probably see my face, we've barely got anything left in the tank. So we're probably looking at about 11.5 hours at a push. I think we'll just make 12 hours. In hindsight, I don't think we should have stopped half an hour at that burger van. That held us back. And probably an hour or so of, you know, the filming and stopping and faffing and parping. So yeah, but I think we might make 11.5 hours. but absolutely paggered. And we've got that beast to climb up next. I'll see you at the top of Ingleborough. That's it, the top of Ingleborough, and my microphones have died just before I've collapsed, so hopefully you can hear this is a bit breezy on the top. 723 metres, this is the third hill on the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge. We're on 9 3/4 hours, so we should be on for getting back for about 11.5 hours, longer than I thought. Like I said, if you haven't done this before, highly recommend it. Get yourself out of your comfort zone. It's going to hurt, depending on your fitness levels, but so what, it doesn't matter. You know, embrace the discomfort, get up and sample the beautiful countryside of the Yorkshire Dales. It's stunning around here. And we've come here just out of silly season as well, so we've only passed 12 to 15 people altogether, where normally during the summer you'll see hundreds. Wow, I'm absolutely knackered, and I'm going to get off this hill, and I'll speak to you when we get back to the car. All right, finished, back in the car park, the National Trust car park at Horton in Ribblesdale, just in time. And the time is, you can see that, 22 minutes past 8, so 11 hours and 52 minutes. So we've made it with 8 minutes to spare, under 12 hours. So we've completed the challenge. God, I didn't think it would take that long. I didn't think I'd be walking off the fells in the pitch dark. Oh, what a day, full of adventures. Absolutely loved it. I'm sure I'm going to be absolutely aching the morrow. Oh, anyway, hope you liked the video. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Leave your comments below. Let me know about your experiences of doing the Three Peaks Challenge, and let us know what you thought of this one. So until next time, which is going to be the 30th of September, I'm doing the West Highland Way walk. I'll catch you later.